Our lead story of the day, again, is regarding the FBI federal agents confiscating the personal cell phone of Representative Scott Perry from Pennsylvania while he was traveling on Tuesday, get this, with his family. Just a lovely time to go and approach this individual, this congressman. He said this, quote, "This morning while traveling with my family, 3 FBI agents visited me and seized my cell phone. They made no attempt to contact my lawyer, who would have made arrangements for them to have my phone if that was their wish. I'm outraged, though not surprised, that the FBI, under the direction of Merrick Garland's DOJ, would seize the phone of a sitting member of Congress. Not surprised anymore. I mean, I've said it time and time again. Ever since Barack Obama's DOJ, the IRS targeted conservatives, at that point, things were over for me. At that point, things were corrupt. It was at that point that I read Jason Chaffetz's book as well as Ben Shapiro's book, Barack Obama vs. the People, Jason Chaffetz's book called Deep State. Those 2 books, highly recommend. It just shows you how corrupt things are, how corrupt the Democrat Party is. My phone contains info about legislative and political activities and personal/private discussions with my family, wife, constituents, and friends. None of this is the government's business." Perry invoked former President Donald Trump, who was raided by FBI agents on Monday, in a statement. Quote, "As with President Trump last night, DOJ chose this unnecessary and aggressive action instead of simply contacting my attorneys. Quote, these kinds of Banana Republic tactics," what a great language. Did I not just say that in the opener? Banana Republic tactics. "These kind of Banana Republic tactics should concern every citizen, especially considering the decision before Congress this week to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to further persecute law-abiding citizens." And you gotta love this. The Biden administration's going, well, you're not going to basically get audited if you're making over $400,000 a year from these new 87,000 IRS agents. Does anybody believe it? Especially with what's going on right now, does anybody believe it? I don't believe it, especially after what Barack Obama did with the IRS. Hell, I used to be an accountant. I was a tax accountant. Even tax accountants don't like the IRS. Even IRS tax accountants don't like the IRS. Nobody likes the IRS. They are considered one of the strongest components of governments. They are considered one of the most feared components of government by American citizens. This is a big deal, you guys. If you make under $400,000 a year, there is a good chance that you will be audited. Do not believe what Biden is saying. Do not believe him one damn bit. This is the same guy that came out after the raid and goes, knew nothing about it, had no idea that it was even happening. Oh, it's a shock. The sad thing is that it's partly plausible. I mean, the guy forgets his name. He fights with his teleprompter. He fumbles through his words. He forgets his wife's name. He forgets his staff's name. He forgets where he's at times. So it is plausible 100% that he knew about it at one point in time. The next day, the next night, the next hour, the next 5 minutes, he forgot about it. So it's plausible that the guy's like, what? Who's Donald Trump? I'm running for the Senate of the United. I'm running for vice president. I'm running for president of the United States. How about that? This guy is just all over the place. And it makes sense now why all this stuff is happening, because he can get away with it. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, I don't have any recollection of that ever happening. Obviously, because you're clearly declining. It's unclear what the seizing of Perry's cell phone was related to, but Fox News did note that Perry has been a target of the Democrats' January 6th House Select Committee because he is a loyal Trump ally who was in frequent contact with the Trump White House. FBI agents executed a search warrant on Trump's Florida home at Mar-a-Lago because, get this, because they reportedly believe that Trump held back turning over all the classified information that was supposed to be sent back to the National Archives earlier this year. Yes, they sent in over 31 FBI agents armed to the tits, freaking breaking safes, going through all his documents, all over his personal belongings, because documents weren't sent back to the National Archives in a timely manner. I mean, that is so freaking bad. That is so baffling and such an overreach of the DOJ and the FBI. It's insane. This is so insane. I can't even believe we're doing a show and an episode on this. For documents, pieces of paper. All the while, you had Hillary Clinton with a server with documents. She wasn't even the president. She was the Secretary of State? She had a personal server in her bathroom. And there was no negligence that was found. It was just like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Had no idea. Even though my husband was the president of the United States, even though I've freaking been in government for decades, had no idea. Didn't know I couldn't have a server in my, oh, how'd it get scrubbed? How'd it get washed? No idea, no clue. All the while she's paying off Russians and doing all this other stuff. No investigation really. Just kind of let go, breeze through the way. You got Hunter Biden's laptop debacle. You literally have him on camera doing drugs, with prostitutes. You have these emails with Joe Biden. You have Joe Biden on voicemail. You got all this stuff. You had Barack Obama back in the day on camera talking about, oh, maybe he can maneuver certain things in place when he gets elected as president, basically doing certain things beforehand that he shouldn't be doing. No investigations. Time and time again, Democrats get away with everything. And the second something small, so tiny comes up with conservatives, Republicans, Democrats unleash the power of the federal government. And I love how the messaging from the left is nowadays, oh, well, you just want to give more power to the government. What? Really? As we're sitting here outraged about how much power the government has day in and day out and how we don't want to continue to give them more power because of things like this. And the Democrat Party is just exceeding that power by hiring 87,000 new IRS agents, but they're not going to audit you guys. You're supposed to believe them. You're supposed to trust your government. Screw history. Don't, screw United States history, and especially just screw world history. That you're not going to learn anything from that. Are you crazy about trusting your own government? Boy, what a time to be talking about removing your guns. What a time to be trying to push through, but not try. Did push through the House on limiting certain automatic firearms. What a time, because now the government's just going and raiding former presidents' homes. You don't need a firearm. Why the hell would you need a gun? Why would our government ever go usurpacious on us? Why would our government utilize their power for negative reasons? God, I can't even fathom. So weird, but that's how Democrats think. And I know there's a lot of people that have been commenting lately, oh, I wish you would talk more kind of moderately, more kind of as an independent, because we think that you could sway a lot of independents or Democrats over the Republican aisle because you make some good points. I appreciate the compliment, but at the same time, we're hounding the progressive left, we're hounding the Democrat Party because, one, they're in office, they hold all three branches of governments, and look what they are doing. I have no problem, whoever the next president is, regardless of whether they're conservative, Republican, Democrat, Green, I don't care what the hell they are. If they do something stupid, we're going to call it out here on the Bald Brad Show. They're politicians. I'm not beholden to them. Donald Trump's not a god. He's done some idiotic things. I just didn't have a show when he was in office. We're starting here at the Bald Brad Show about a year and a half plus in. We're going after whoever we need to go after does idiotic things. If you do something stupid, you got to be called out for it. In the same way, there's going to be a time when I do something stupid and I look back and I hope that people can forgive me. But if I keep doing something stupid over and over and over again, then yeah, maybe there's a discussion about, hey, what's going on? Maybe we got to fix it. Let's try and do all these things. But if there's no trying to fix it from my end, then you're kind of at a loss. And that's where we're at with the Biden administration. Time and time again, the guy keeps fumbling. Time and time again, the guy keeps screwing up. Time and time again, he can't get things right. So at what point do we stop? Right? At what point do you just kind of give up on the guy? I gave up on him a long time ago. Hell, I gave up on the Democrat Party over a decade plus ago when I used to kind of lean more Democratic. Thank God I have a father figure in my life that was like, what the hell are you thinking, Brad? This is why you don't want to go that way. This is why you don't want more power in government. This is why you want limited government. This is why you don't want a lot of IRS agents. All the reasons, folks. It's baffling. It's crazy. And we're going to continue to hound what Democrats are doing and what they're doing wrong. More reason to like and subscribe so we can get this conservative thought and ideas out there to viewers. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.